Hi everyone, Des Adams with the SalesVision business games video of the day. And one of the things that intrigues people is how to give a great presentation. And a lot of people are very nervous when it comes to doing a presentation in front of a group of people, and that's understandable. But one of the first things to consider is you need to have something worthwhile to talk about. Now that might seem a bit obvious, but quite often, I've been to many conferences and where people have given talks, and it was obvious that the people didn't give enough consideration to really deliver something that was worthwhile for their audience. And people love stories, and taking people on a journey with a personal story is an excellent way to start any form of presentation. Some of the most memorable presentations I've witnessed have involved really detailed, wonderful stories from people's experiences. So first, consider what your audience know about your subject and how much they care about it. Obviously, if they're not really caring about it, it's going to be hard to get people interested in your presentation. Most important when you start preparing is don't try to cover too much ground. A lot of people make this mistake. They think, well, I have to do a presentation, I'm going to give them as much information as I can possibly gather together. And really that is a mistake, because it's far better to deliver some really short key points and provide a story or associate something very interesting with it, rather than trying to cram too much into a presentation. So use specific examples and speak in depth on your topic with real life examples, because people really love that when you do that. A great way to create interest is to present a problem to your audience and then describe the search for a solution. And that, I'm not sure whether many of you are familiar with TEDx, I'm sure many of you would be, but they have some fantastic talks on there from people that have had real life stories and really intriguing stories, and I thoroughly recommend TEDx if you haven't listened to some of those talks. They're amazing variety of really talented people. So presenting a compelling idea that would benefit most of the people in the audience is an excellent way to go. Ideas and I suppose, how could I put it? Ideas in the sense of presenting a compelling idea, they fascinate people, stories. Now naturally everyone, well I think almost everyone, when they have to do a presentation, is just that little bit nervous. So in the delivery, avoid reading a talk or using any form of teleprompter, because people will pick up on it straight away and they say, oh no. People don't like that. Instead, use bullet points to help keep the talk flowing naturally. And bullet points is a great way to go, because when using bullet points, you want to focus on a smooth transition from one bullet point to the next. Make your talk sound, also this is very important, make your talk sound conversational so you hold people's interest. So people don't want to hear a stilted, repetitive type presentation. They love to have like as if you're having a conversation, and that's important too, to maintain eye contact with people in the audience. Like might be one person in the front or a couple over the back. Try and pick out some people to maintain that eye contact, because it's very important in getting your message across. Now avoid moving, this is very important too, avoid moving your body too much, as this is distracting to the audience and to the listeners. use hand gestures instead wherever possible. I mean, it's okay to slowly move, but don't sort of dart around on the stage, because it is really distracting. Remember, nerves about speaking are not a disaster. Generally, audiences expect you to have some nervousness, and they will feel for you, because everyone's been in that position where they had to do a presentation and they felt really, really nervous. So, you know, don't worry about that. It's not a disaster. People will compensate for it. Now, another important point is, if you're using media, like for instance videos or slides or photos, try and keep those simple and short. And also the text in it must be viewed by the person right up the back of the meeting. So in other words, large fonts so that people can easily read things. If using some slides or videos, don't read aloud the points mentioned. I've been to some boring presentations where people, you know, read everything that's on the screen. I mean, that just really drives people crazy. So memorable presentations usually depend on the quality of the idea, the narrative, and the passion of the speaker. So most important, make the talk your own and truly authentic to you. And I think in doing my research, I think that's some of the key factors in doing a great presentation. Some of the TEDx speakers spend months preparing their talk, but they still manage to give a really enthusiastic, passionate presentation. And they certainly, I don't recommend memorizing everything. That's because people will pick up on that and it will sound sort of artificial. It's far better to just flow from bullet point to bullet point. But the passion in your subject, if that comes out, that's one of the key things in having a great presentation. And one of the best presenters I've ever come across is our president in SalesVision, Vincent Ortega. He really has got it nailed. He's a fabulous presenter, and he makes it so natural and never boring. He's always got interesting things to show and to discuss with us. So make sure you check out SalesVision. There's a link in the description of the video, and come and join us. It's a great family group with lots of fun and lots of ways to earn substantial money online. So until the next video, I wish everyone all the best wherever you are in the world, and look forward to bringing you the next interesting topic. Okay, thanks for watching. Bye.